Hey everybody, this is Louise. I just wanted to do a quick thing of talking about today is 12/12, which a lot of people are talking about like it's kind of a portal or something like that. Which for me, it could be. I don't know. It could be for you too. There may be like synchronicities that happen today that are, when I talk about synchronicities, if some people don't understand, it really means things that seem coincidental that are happening, like that person that you have been thinking about for a little bit or that day actually calls you, or you guys end up seeing each other and talking or whatever. I also wanted to talk about something that's kind of important, I think, to a lot of people, is when we find something that's unfamiliar to us, we seem afraid of it. And really what that is for me is that when I used to have a fear of the unknown. And what that means to me is, like, I used to be scared of the dark because I couldn't see it. I used to have a fear of walking through tall grass just in case if something would get me because I couldn't see in there, so I couldn't know anything. The same thing with water, swimming in like a lake or an ocean or something. I had to go deep inside myself, and when I had that whole awakening thing happen, or when the start, I think the day that I had where I had committed suicide and came back, I walked through the night, and it wasn't like I was afraid of it anymore. And I was able to see things that I probably wouldn't have been able to talk about or to believe if I had not seen it myself, and about the vibrations and pulsations of other things that are on the other side of the veil. And, a lot of people call it like different dimensionals or whatever. And that there was other things there. And, I know it sounds really far-fetched to talk about it. It was really far-fetched to experience it. I mean, literally. But, sorry, my hair is all a mess today. I just woke up, kind of thing. But for me, what I've learned about fear is fear has always been a thing about I need to control and see everything in my life so that I know that it's going to go the way that I want it to. And when I look back at things, a lot of times, when I was in my desperation of many different times in life, I could not see the bigger picture because I just didn't understand it at the time. So for me, fear could be about control. For other people, fear can be something else. But for me, fear is about control. So I was reading something today about how if you live your life in fear and you have to plan it all out, are you really living it all? I mean, that's really what it comes down to. No, I'm not living my life if I'm always in fear. Right now I'm doing a spiritual journey kind of thing, and my friend, he threw me 61 cents because it was change in his pocket, and he was like, for 61 cents a day, you could help some poor girl on her journey. And I was just like, I couldn't help but laugh. And I told him, I was like, yeah, we should be playing that the song of Arms of an Angel by Sarah McLachlan in the background, and put my face up there like, For 61 cents a day, you can help this poor girl on her journey. And, it's funny because I was just like, excuse me, I just thought it was hilarious. This is a time that we are coming up to the last new moon. And it's a Cancer full moon, and it's also the winter solstice. And so it's, it's a big one. I know a lot of people are talking about, like, you're going to meet the one. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And for me, really, I just want to be happy with knowing myself first so that I know that I'm the one. But when I look back at the times in my life that I've had the hardest, I've realized that that's those roads that I talk about that I got the most growth, you know. And then being on this journey, I've had to step out in a way that I remember when I was 17. I got done with being in a group home, and I was getting pretty close to 18, and I was about ready to go start, you know, pack a backpack and travel, you know, and step out then. And I got lost in the sauce of life, and I didn't end up doing it, you know. So now here I am 38 and I'm doing it. And I think it was just divine timing of eventually you come back full circle to wherever you're supposed to go for your destiny so that you can make things happen, you know. And those traumatic things that happen in life that completely change you in a way to be so profound, to realize things are not the way that they should be. And I've completely wasted a lot of time not doing what I was supposed to do, you know? And so today's about a reflection of that. It's also, like I said, the Cancer full moon. To me, Cancer is one of the, it's a water card, it's a water sign, it's the first water sign, so it's a major one. And so for me, water is usually about your emotions and stuff. And this is about bringing to the surface all those hidden emotions that you may have had so that you can release them. And where those emotions come from and where did they start at. Because the one thing I do know is that when we're born into this world, we are born completely helpless and fearless, you know. If you need to figure out if, you know, is there really a God, or is there really something out there that I can believe in higher than myself? Why don't you ask yourself ask around you one question. Today, show me a sign that you're here with me. And it could be something as simple as, show me a sign by, let me see, a purple rose. Something, you know, something. Also, that helps with learning how to practice manifestation in your life, and that you are powerful enough to do that. Also, listen. Listen and look around you, and you'll see. It doesn't have to be a purple rose. Anyways, the other thing I want to talk about is, like, I have always been a person who's very... you know, I doubt myself and my judgment, and I doubt many things about myself, and that's part of the fear. Because I feel like sometimes I'm not doing things the right way. Or that, you know, I'm not having this experience like somebody else had, you know. So does that mean that it's invalid? No, absolutely not. Your experience is going to be completely personal to you. And your connection will be completely personal to you. And it's something that had to do with having to take control of learning self-confidence, to know that my experience is not going to be plugged in with everybody else's, and it's going to be the same thing. Mine is completely mine, you know. And so today I just want people to take the time to realize that, you know, we are heading to the end of the year. Today could be a very synchronistic time for people, and that, you know, for things to change in your life, you're going to have to be able to start doing some work. You know, I can sit here and talk about my experiences, but I'm having to do the work in order to make it happen, because that's the only way it works for me, to change things, you know. And that's a gift. It's a real gift. I just want to thank everybody. I know this is a short video. I'll do another upload later for a tarot spread for everybody. But I just wanted to get this out there and let you know that just because it's unknown doesn't mean that you have to be fearful of it or that it's bad. It could be the best experience you've ever had in your whole entire life. And that's the best thing ever, you know? Um, so take that for whatever you want. I love everybody. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Um, so, yeah. I love you. Bye, guys.